All right, hello, welcome to Tile Coach. I'm Isaac Ostrom. I'm here at a callback. They suck, but it's part of the business. So I'm gonna give you a little backstory here on what happened. So bottom line, we have to tear this brand new countertop out. This is a Caesarstone countertop. It's a high-end quartz line of countertop. Fabrication came out beautiful, except for a few certain things. Now, this is a job that it's really hard to tear it out because it's so nice. We did some other work in this house. We did the floors. The floors came out amazing. I'm chalking this up to experience, and I know I get a lot of comments from you guys on my videos where I have to tear stuff out. I get comments like either this guy's a hack or this guy, how does this guy stay in business, right? How do you stay in business when you got to redo stuff that costs tens of thousands of dollars? It's a tough pill to swallow, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is part of business. Things happen. You have to be prepared. You have to be charging enough in your jobs where you run into these mistakes. So this one's hard to place blame on. I'm having a hard time figuring out where to place blame, but I don't even need to really do that. I just need to look at my own part in it. If there was a part that I played, and the part that I played in this is I failed to properly explain how this countertop was going to go in, from the seam placement, where the seams were going to be, how the seams were going to look once they're in. This customer was she has very high expectations, which is okay. I failed to manage those expectations and properly educate her on how things were going to turn out. They didn't turn out the way that she thought they would. Here we are. So I knew from beginning, from doing the floor, that she was very particular about lines, and that's one of the reasons why we use 24 by 48s, is so we could get like a seamless floor look, very minimalist. That's part of her design, is she has minimalist design. She doesn't like busyness. She doesn't like clutter. She doesn't like a lot of converging lines. So she told me before, she goes, her home is like her sanctuary, especially during the COVID times and the craziness going on in the world. Her home is where she finds peace. It's her sanctuary. So everything in here she wants to set up so that she doesn't feel busy or stressed out. And so I knew all this. I knew all of this going into this job, and I just dropped the ball on a couple things. If I were here to explain how the seams were, how things would line up, at least she would have been able to give the answer of, well, I don't like that and we won't do it. Instead, I kind of did the whole, yeah, you're gonna love it, that whole business, without properly explaining. The other thing, I wasn't on site during the template or the installation. You know, I was doing other jobs, sometimes I get busy, that's on me. So I've been working with my fabrication company for over 15 years. We have never torn out a kitchen before. Never had to tear out a kitchen or a bathroom. This is my first one. So I've torn out my tile work, but as far as a countertop, never had to do it. Basically what happened, I'm going to show you what happened. So right here we have a seam on this peninsula. We have a seam that two sheets come together. You know, this quartz doesn't have a lot of movement in it. So when we did the layout, I told the fabricators, I said, don't worry about layout with the seam placement because it's all pretty uniform. Well, I was wrong. There's light spots, there's dark spots. And so where these two pieces come together on the 45, you have light and dark converging, and you really see the breakdown in the seam. You can really see the seam. That's exactly what she told me she didn't want. So the other thing is we have the sink. We didn't go over the sink detail in depth. You know, we kind of talked about it. I said, you know, we usually take the quartz to the edge of the roll on the sink. Well, she wanted it overhung a little bit like her old countertop was. And we had torn the countertop, her old one, out before, so I didn't really, again, something that I missed. She didn't understand. I didn't properly explain it. So here we are. She doesn't like the reveal in the sink. Plus, during installation, we have a bigger reveal in the back than we do on the sides. They didn't fit the sink in properly when they templated, so we got about a 1/4 inch difference between the back reveal and the sides. That to me was unacceptable, and that was kind of the tipping point. So I think you know, when you get one of these, not every job is perfect, but when things start to add up, they all kind of combine, and it's like at some point we just got to redo it. So there was this seam, there was the sink reveal, and then this seam in the back on this little dog leg really stood out. Again, it's a seam that looks like it's dark, it just doesn't match, it really sticks out. So, and then there was something also, so we don't have to replace this side over here. And the seam that is on this side, this seam is beautiful. It's just flawless. Everything matched up. It was tight. This is probably the first one they did, and it's a beautiful Euro seam. It's just beautiful. It's a great seam. So we had something to compare it to. So when she saw this seam, she goes, "Why don't the other ones look like this?" And I'm going, well, they should look like that. So I was kind of stuck, and you know, it was the conversation we had when we came over here was like, I come over and the husband had just said, you know, he goes, you know, there's a couple things we want to show you. We like everything, a couple things we want to show you. And as we were talking, the things started to pile up. And I had made a comment to the homeowner, to her, and I had said, you know, we talked about the seams, and I just said, well, I don't know if you'll ever be happy with the way we do it. And that was the total wrong thing to say. It's not what I meant. What I meant to say was there's going to be seams, and you might not, if you don't like the look of seams, that you're not going to be happy with anything. But it came out wrong. She took offense to it. She was upset. So I had to, afterwards, you know, I texted her. I just said, you know, sorry about that. That came out wrong. I understood how you could have taken it, and I just told her at that point, I said, we just need to replace the whole thing. Happy customer, satisfied customer is more important than my pride, my ego being right. Again, I've been in business since 2002, working with homeowners, and it's not worth it, right? It's not worth it to ruin everything I've built to really start getting into the nitpicky stuff that can start to happen. So, you know, this is a tough one. It's a tough pill to swallow. It's a big expense. It's a lot of work, but I figured I would share this video with you so that you can maybe get some lessons from someone who's done it and messed up. So what I would do differently next time, I would show her what the seams look like on the slabs themselves, right? Because this is multiple slabs, so we can actually take the slabs, we can show the layout and say, this is where the slabs are going to come together, this is what it's going to look like. I could show her pictures of the seams so that she would know what to expect. And so these failures, these things that I do, I just hope they can help someone so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. So we're going to get to tearing this out. Okay, so we got everything torn out. This only took us about an hour, hour and a half to prep and get everything out of here. So we got a new surface ready to go for the new countertops, which are coming in tomorrow. So really excited to get this thing wrapped up. It's been on the back of my mind for a while, as these callbacks are. Once you get them, you're like, it's just sitting there and you just want to get them done. So yeah, we took this out. We're eating it on this one. But you know what, guys? As long as this video helps you, it's going to help me feel better about this, right? As long as I'm able to take my mistakes and you guys learn from them and get better, I'm okay with it. That's like life, right? A lot of times you just need to take your liabilities and turn them into assets. The way you do is help others through those liabilities. Take, for instance, drug and alcohol addiction. I recovered from drug and alcohol addiction, Now people who are going through the same thing, I can relate to them and help them. So I'm taking those liabilities that I had and turning them into assets to change people's lives. So hopefully on some scale, these videos do that for you. It's a beautiful thing. It hasn't failed me yet, right? Since I adopted this way of life, call it God, call it the universe, call it karma, whatever it is, it seems to work. So I love you guys. I love being your tile coach, and we'll see you on the next video.